Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Katie, and if you're not new, then welcome back. Let's be honest, I feel like I'm the new girl at this point. It's been quite a bit since I uploaded my last video. It's actually been, I think, exactly a month. Bear with me as I get through this intro because there's things that I need to say that are very important, and then we will get to the makeup portion of the video. I've tried to sit down and film this video. I would say, I don't know, maybe this is my 8th or 9th time, because every time I sit down, it just doesn't feel right. The type of videos that I film, they're about makeup, and it seems very superficial to just kind of sit down in front of a camera and be like, oh, let's talk about eyeshadow and a blush palette and whatever have you, when there's serious things going on in the world right now. Like, I couldn't do that. I would hate for anyone that doesn't follow me on Instagram to think that I've just been silent about everything that's been going on in the world the past few weeks, and then I just dropped off the face of the earth, because that's not been the case at all. I've said a lot, and some would probably think that maybe I said too much. I'm not here to educate you about what's going on in the world right now. And I'm also not sitting here pretending like I understand what's going on in the world right now, because I don't understand. Like, how can I understand? I will never understand what people actually are going through. But what I can tell you is that I understand why everything is going on. The things that I've seen the past 3 weeks are absolutely heartbreaking, terrible, literally unbelievable. If I can feel the way that I feel about what's going on in the world right now, and be someone who has never had to deal with it personally, I completely understand why everyone is angry, why everyone's upset, why everyone's fed up, and why everyone's had enough. If it can get to me the way that it's gotten to me, I can only imagine how it affects people that it actually affects. I'm not someone that can see violence, and I'm not someone that can see bad things happen. Like, I'm literally not even someone that'll go sit down and watch it in a movie and know that it's not real, because it affects me that much that I won't even watch it. But I've forced myself to sit down and take in everything, because that's what everyone needs to do. And I'm sorry to say this, but if you're someone that can't sit down and watch what's going on around you, and it doesn't break your heart, and you can't feel some type of empathy for the people that it's affecting, then you really need to do some soul searching and figure out what the hell is wrong with you. I've had arguments with so many people about this topic that I'm literally just tired. Like, I'm just tired of it, honestly. I was fighting with strangers in my DMs. I was fighting with friends. It's just crazy. Like, I don't even know how this is an argument. People are literally arguing about Black Lives Mattering. Like, how disgusting is that, really? Come on. Like, how sick is this world that we can't just all agree that Black Lives Matter? We have to divert the attention to 20 other different things and try to argue 70 other different points, instead of just getting to the core and just all agreeing that Black Lives Matter. There are people's voices that need to be heard way more than mine, that are actually affected by what's going on and that understand it way more than I do. So if you're going to educate yourself on this in any way, shape, or form, then those are the voices that you need to hear. But with that being said, if you plan on being someone that's going to watch this channel, if you plan on being someone that's going to follow me, I'm going to say the same thing to you that I did to everyone else on my Instagram. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree on what type of foundation is the best, and what makeup palette is the best, and whose clothing is the best, and what your favorite color is, okay? We don't have to agree on those things. We don't have to agree on really much of anything. But this is non-negotiable. This is something that we must agree on. If you are someone that doesn't believe that Black Lives Matter, if you are someone that doesn't agree with human equality, people wanting to be treated equally as everybody else, whether it be Black people, whether you think that gay people shouldn't have equal rights and trans people shouldn't have equal rights and Black people shouldn't have equal rights, if you are one of those human beings that thinks that, I need you to stop what you're doing, and I need you to unsubscribe to my channel, and I need you to never come back. Because I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit in front of this camera and I'm gonna give you hours of my time to create content, and then after I'm giving you hours of my time creating the content and filming it, then to take 12 to 16 to 18 to even more than that sometimes hours to then edit it, to put it up for your entertainment, if you're that kind of person. Humans should be treated equally no matter what, no matter who they love, no matter the color of their skin, point blank, period. It's non-negotiable. So if you're not cool with that, you can go. I'll wait. Now that everyone has left that is no longer welcome, with this video, I'm going to be donating $1,000 to Black Lives Matter movement. Now, when I say that, I want you guys to be contributing as well, and I'm sure that you guys have seen a bunch of other people do this. What they've done is they've filmed a video and they've put a few extra ads, and all they've asked is that for you to just not click through them if you're someone that usually does that, to just sit through and hang tight and watch the ads, because you will then in return be contributing as well. I wish that I could give more. Trust me, if I was in a position to do so, I would give it all. But I'm paying a mortgage right now. I'm still paying rent in LA, but I'm going to stretch it a little bit and I'm going to give $1,000. Now, I'm never going to earn $1,000 off of AdSense on this video, okay? I can tell you that much right now. That's not gonna happen. If it does happen, that's crazy. But if we're going based off of my previous videos that I filmed, they do not reach anywhere near the $1,000 mark when it comes to AdSense. So what I have done is I have asked for a company that I love and that I've worked with before to sponsor this video so that we can come up with that other money. So without further ado, I want to give a special thank you to June's Journey for sponsoring today's video. There's a reason why I wanted June's Journey to sponsor this particular video, and I'll get into that in a second. But really quickly, I want to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'll tell you that at the end. June's Journey is a hidden object murder mystery game set in the 1920s that is free to download for Apple and Android users. When playing the game, you'll be playing the role of a girl named June Parker who's on a quest to find out who murdered her sister, but she ends up uncovering a lot of family secrets along the way. This game will lead you through hundreds of these beautiful, intricate scenes where you'll be finding hidden objects that will give you clues to help you solve the overall crime. If you saw my video where I worked with June's Journey before, then you saw that I really loved to play this game when I was super stressed out going through everything with coronavirus, and ironically, here we are again, super stressed out, needing something to kind of just take my mind off things. If you guys are going through anything right now, because I know the world is a little heavy, I think that this will be perfect for you. As much as I'm trying to stay present with everything that's going on right now, I'm trying to also limit my time to how much time I'm spending on social media, how much news I'm taking in. So typically when I would take a bath at the end of the night, or I would lay in bed and play on my phone instead of going on Instagram and watching the news, I've been playing this game because it really just helps me relax and unwind and take my mind off things. It's slightly challenging, so it really makes you keep your mind fresh, and it helps you just focus on something else, which I think is really, really healthy. So this is why I really like this game, and this is why I really wanted this particular sponsor for this video, because once again, when I was in a time where I really needed a little bit of a distraction, this game helped me a lot. And I think that it can really help anybody that needs some type of distraction. While I still encourage everyone to stay present, with everything that's going on, I still think it's very important to find something that you can just go to get your mind off things. And this game, trust me, it's just very relaxing and it's great for that. So if you would like to download June's Journey for free, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box below. If you're a desktop kind of person, you can play it through Amazon or Facebook. And once again, I just want to give a huge thank you to June's Journey for sponsoring this particular video and for showing support for everything that's going on and for content creators like me. It means the world to me. So thankfully, even though if you guys all sit through the ads and give all your support, if we can't get to that $1,000 mark, that is where that will come in and supplement, and we will get there. So that's awesome. I'm happy for that. Now, I had this idea to do this kind of feel good video that could be something that could really mean a lot to some people, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not going to tell you because that's going to be the next video that's going up. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what that video already is, so you already know. I feel like that video is going to be so long and I'm only going to be able to focus on that thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. I probably sound like an idiot. This video is going to be me doing my makeup to lead to that video. For this particular video, I'm going to be doing a full face of Drugstore makeup. I wanted to do that super summery, fresh glow, the J-Lo glow type of thing. But I wanted it to be all Drugstore. So it's affordable. So people that my next video is going to be catered towards can do it and everybody can join in. So yeah. Okay. Moisturizer. I'm going to be going in with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost as my moisturizer. I don't know why I feel so awkward. This is just, I don't know, whatever. I really love this moisturizer. I know I've said it a million times over again, but it's so good for just all skin types because even if you have oily skin, gel moisturizers are going to be so good for you because it's not going to be that super, super thick oil-based moisturizer. It's a water-based moisturizer, so it's going to be good for you. But it's also really good for dry skin too and for normal skin. I just think the world of it. And I actually got this big one at Costco. So I got it for cheaper than I usually would. Totally random, but I just love Costco. I feel like Costco is a place where I go to when I just want to walk around and just window shop. I won't even buy anything. I'll just go to Costco to get a hot dog and walk around. This is the most random video ever, I swear. Okay, next. I'm actually gonna go in with the Olay Regenerist Micro Sculpting Serum as well because I swear, I don't know what it is about this stuff, but I think it does wonders for my skin. As I've gotten older, the elasticity in my skin has just gone to shit, and I used to be able to I know this sounds ridiculous, but I used to be able to pick at my face and my skin would just bounce back to completely normal. But now if I have a pimple and I pick at it, I'll have a red spot there forever. So this actually really helps reduce those red spots because if you look at my skin right now, I don't have any pimples. Actually, I lied. I have one right here and one right here. But the rest of this, they're just dark spots. And I used to use this back in the day and I felt like my skin was at a really good place, and then it got to a shitty place again and I was like, oh, I need to get this again. So got it again. Great stuff. Trust. I wet my beauty blender at 10 p.m. when I sat down to film this video. Mind you, I don't know why they turned green. This is clean and does anyone else do this? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, would you like to know what time it is? It's 4:20 a.m. I sat down at 10 p.m. This is how long it's taken me to just get my shit together and film this video. If it puts it into perspective. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't really have a drugstore primer that I love, and I feel like that was enough skin prep, so I'm gonna move right along to foundation, and I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in 208 Sun Beige. Now, if you're someone that has oily skin, I would definitely not use this all over the face. What I would do is start off with the Pro Matte and just put that in the T-zone. So wherever you get oily, the forehead, nose, around the nose, the chin, I would start with this, work your way out, and then fill in the blanks with the Pro Glow. So you still have that nice gleam and glow around the outskirts of your face, where typically you're not gonna get that oily. You could actually just avoid the whole entire forehead if you want and just kind of put it on the cheek area, but you know your skin better than anybody else, so do whatever you feel is best. I have not used this concealer in a minute, but this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is in the shade Sand, and I'm just gonna put this under the eyes, up here, just, you know, the usual spots. And I'm going to use this as an eye base as well. Blend it out, you know the drill. I don't want this video to be a million years long. I'm going to take the Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in Fair Light, and I'm actually gonna take this on an M441, and this is just a fluffy eyeshadow brush, but I wanna be super careful about the placement of this powder. So I'm just going to focus this under the eye, right where I have wrinkles and where it could potentially crease. I'm also going to set around the nose because just genetically people tend to get red there. I'm actually gonna gently set my nose as well because that's another place where makeup breaks up the quickest on me. And I've grown a very deep set wrinkle in between my eyes, and makeup creases in there now, and just gently running this over my eyelids. I know this step might seem like a little ass backwards and out of place, but I'm actually gonna take the new Wet n Wild Hello Halo blush highlighter duo thing. I don't know, I've never used this before, but it looks really pretty, and I'm actually gonna use this shade as a highlighter. I'm going to highlight where light would naturally hit my face. So for me, that's right here. I feel like this might be a little light. I'm looking and I'm trying to see if it casts like a little bit of a gray. I think I do see a little gray, so maybe I will add a little bit of pink. This is why I don't like to do my brows first, because I always like to run highlighter here, and I just feel like having my brows already done gets in the way. I know that looks crazy. I'm gonna tone it down, I promise. I still feel like that highlighter is like way too light for me, but we're gonna make it work. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil, and I'm just going to use this on my forehead. I'm taking this on a Morphe R7 brush. Since there is a little bit of shimmer in this bronzer, I'm only going to put it on my forehead. And see what I'm doing? Like, I'm kind of working it into where that highlighter was, so it kind of meshes all together. All right, so I'm still bronzing, but I'm actually gonna use the L'Oreal True Match powder in the color Cappuccino. This is actually a foundation powder, but I used to use this in high school as a bronzer because it was like the only one that I could afford, and I couldn't find a matte bronzer at the drugstore. But I will say that it is very pigmented, so to ensure that you don't go overboard, I would always recommend using a fan brush. If you're someone who is just a little heavy-handed with bronzer, and like, trust me, we've all been there. I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. And I'm basically just going to gently contour with this and bronze. You know, it's a nice neutral color, so you can kind of use it for both, but I'm just gently sweeping up and just creating a nice shadow right there. And I'm also gonna use this to quickly contour my nose, but I feel like you guys have seen me do that a million times, so I'm gonna skip through this. So for blush, I'm going in with a Burt's Bees blush in Toasted Cinnamon, and I'm taking this on a Morphe blush brush. What is this hair? Just doing things. I really like the tone of this blush. It's like a very bronzy apricot, very nice summer color. I'm just gonna take this and sweep backwards. I want you to pay close attention to how I'm laying this brush. I'm laying it this way so that the angle goes on my cheek like this, and I'm just sweeping upwards. And I'm sweeping back. And I will take it a little bit on the apples of my cheek, but I don't just focus it there. I like to blend it all into the highlighter and the bronzer. So it's kind of like a nice gradient from bronzer, blush, highlight, and it's not just like streak of bronzer, blush here, stripe there. Do you know what I mean? And I know this might sound really weird, but if you want, you can take the littlest bit on just kind of like the tip of this brush, and if you want to just kind of use the tip of an angled brush and kind of just like bring it up and across your nose right here. Because if you think about it, if you get sunburnt, the sun kind of hits you like on the bridge of your nose and then right there. It's totally a personal thing. If you don't like that look, you don't have to do it, but I like that kind of like sun kiss, like you just got like a little bit of sunburn, but you should never get sunburned. You should always use sunscreen, so that should never happen. So if you want to kind of like create that illusion, that's how you can do it. But just be careful, because you don't want like this huge, just like, you know, W of blush. For the sake of saving time, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back, but I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in medium brown, and then I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade. I'm just gonna use this to draw little individual hair-like strokes through the front of my brow, so I'll be right back. So for eyeshadow, I actually picked up this Profusion Gold Rush palette. I don't know if this is gonna sabotage me or not, because I've never actually tried Profusion eyeshadow palettes, but it looks really pretty. I got this from Walmart for anyone that's interested. It was like $10. So I guess we'll see. I wanted to do like a goldy, bronzy eye, pretty simple. So yeah, I figured this would be perfect, but I guess we'll see how this works. So to start off this look, I'm actually gonna take the shade Camel, which is this one right here, and a little bit of the shade Serendipity. There is a lot of fallout, but I'm expecting this. I'm not expecting perfection. And I'm gonna run that through my crease, and I'm going to be very messy about it. This is like super softly pressed. I want this to be like a pretty simple, achievable eye look. I don't want to do anything crazy that is too hard for anyone to do. This is supposed to be like a very summery, like effortless makeup look, so it's not going to be anything intense. But I'm going to take a Morphe M456, and I'm just going to take this Boost shade. I'm first just going to pack the color on, and then once it's packed on, I'm going to gently blend upwards. Since these shades like aren't super pigmented, I'm actually going to bring this over on that orbital bone as well, so that you can see a little bit of that depth even when my eyes are open, kind of like that. And then I'm gonna blend the edge right here. Obviously, I don't have the same eye shape as everybody else, so you could just do whatever works best with your eye shape. Okay, I'm happy with that. So for the lid, I really like the shade Winter. I'm just gonna load this up on a M166, and I'm going to put this all over the lid. I'm gonna go in with that 286 brush that I was using for the crease work and kind of just blend between the two. Make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm also gonna take this really light shade called Shaker, an Illusion. I'm gonna put that on the dead center to kind of give like a little bit of a halo effect, so that when the light hits it, it's just kind of like an extra like little pop right there. And then once again, just kind of blend that edge right there and that edge right there. Now I'm actually gonna take a flat definer brush. This is like an old MAC brush, but the number is totally worn off. And I'm gonna go back in with my brow gel, and I'm gonna use this as a liner and just smudge it across my lash line so it gives like a little bit of definition. I don't want a precise liner, I just want a little smudge there, so it gives a base for the lashes. Basically just taking this and smudging it into my lashes and upwards. For the lower lash, I want it to be like kind of sultry, so I'm gonna go in with Boost and Camel, and I'm going to just do what I normally do and put it all in this area, but I do want to try to keep the darkness focused on the outside, so on this outer corner out here. I'm actually gonna go in this little brow liner and kind of line the bottom lash just to get like a little definition right out here, just on the outer corner. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really build up the lashes, and I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara in black, and I'm going to like really focus this on the root of the lash. So I'm basically sticking this right at the root and kind of wiggling, and I'm not even bringing it through all my lashes yet. I'm just really focusing it on the root. Once the majority of that mascara is off your brush, that's when I'll take it up to the tips of the lash and I'll comb them through. All right, I'm gonna pop on a pair of the Kiss 01 lashes. They look like this. It's like a really nice, like flirty, fun lash, nothing crazy. I got them at the drugstore at Walmart. So I'm gonna pop on a pair of these, and I will be back with you in one moment. Okay, that is the lashes on, and then just to tie everything together, I'm just gonna go back in with that highlighter shade that we used, and I'm going to pop this in the inner corner to really brighten it up. I'm also just gonna take a little bit of that on my middle finger, and I'm going to focus it just in this one little area, just like the teeniest bit of concentration right here. I don't want my whole cheek to look like that. I just want it to be like this one little dot. I don't have anything from the drugstore, so I'm just gonna use my brow pencil. All right, that looks crazy, but I promise I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild matte lipstick and Bare It All. I'm gonna use that tip to like really press in the edge. And then I'm also just going to add Nude Forever on top of that. To finish off the look, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Gloss in the shade Coral Sands. And I'm actually gonna put this on my finger because I don't wanna put that wand on my lip and contaminate the bottle. I'm just gonna dab this on my lips. Okay, so this is the finished makeup look, and I just wanted to give you guys like one more little tip on glowing skin. I did not come up with this in any way, shape, or form. I'm pulling like little tips from different people, but my favorite lotion, this stuff is from the drugstore too. I'm sorry, I'm like wiping dog hairs off, but my favorite lotion is the Nivea Essentially Enriched Lotion, and I'm pretty sure that Makeup Shayla was like kind of the one that started this whole craze, but this lotion gives your skin just like the best glow. So I like to lather myself up. My favorite thing in the summer is tan skin, like tan, like glowing skin, and just white. Like I love to wear white in the summertime. That's why I'm like wearing white, you know. After I do that, what I like to do is take a little bit of the Wet n Wild multi-use oil, and I like to take the littlest bit and drip it on my shoulders. And I kind of like to take it on my shoulder and then just down this part. And before it absorbs into my skin, what I will do is I'll take a highlighter. I like to put it right here where the sun hits. And then just kind of bring it straight down. I'm really loving this. I feel like it's more like pearl and not gold. I'm just gonna take eyeshadow actually. I'm just gonna take that same eyeshadow I did my eyes with and put it right there. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. So I actually saw this trick from Scott Barnes on Tati's channel, but if you take the Neutrogena sunscreen It actually acts as like a little bit of a setting spray, but for your body, but it's actually SPF, so it's helping you, and you should always use SPF anyway. So instead of using like a setting spray on your body, you can just use this, and it gives you like a nice glow. Okay, so this is the finished look. This is my summery, glowy, bronzy body, face, eye, skin, J-Lo, but not makeup look for summer. If summer isn't canceled. Is summer canceled? I don't know. Is summer canceled? Am I canceled? If I'm not canceled and you're still here and you're still supporting me, I just want to say a huge thank you to you. You know, I might not have the biggest audience, but I feel like I have a really, really damn good one, okay? If I lost followers today, that's great. I don't care. They won't be missed. I don't need people like that in my life. I don't want them in my life. I want good people to follow me, and I want good people to be a part of this channel. And I hope that we can continue on this journey and can continue on to hopefully a brighter future for everyone. Thank you so much if you did not skip through the ads and you sat through and you watched, because you are definitely contributing, and I know that not everybody can do that right now. So if that was your little way of contributing, then just let me know down in the comments below that you are a real one and you sat through all the ads. I want to give one special thank you once again to June's Journey for sponsoring this video so that we can hit that $1,000 mark. I worked with them before. You guys know that I love them. I know that you would love them. So if you want to download the app, then make sure to click the link in the description box below and you can download it for yourself. Like I said, this video was kind of like the first part to another video that I'm gonna film, and I'm actually gonna film that video right now. I wanted this video that I'm about to film to be a very like feel-good video, just something that I could give back to people, just to make them feel good about something that happened to them this year that they weren't able to celebrate. So there's a little hint for you. And I'm also celebrating something as well. So if you wanna check it out, then stay tuned for my next video. For now, all I have to say is I missed you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will hopefully see you in my next one, and goodbye.